I don't know. Thank you for watching here on TikTok Live at Bloom from Within Love, live studio desktop version. Okay. I'm just trying to play with the desktop version, you guys. Bear with me. Thank you for watching. Those of you that are coming in, good energy. I appreciate you. Anyway, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. I hope that you all out there are well. If you're a decent soul, hope you're well. And if you're not well, I hope you're well on your way to being well. All right. I am a survivor of narcissistic abuse, as is my son, which is an adult, high functioning, differently abled autistic. Okay. We are healing and in recovery and moving forward. That is who I am. The gist, a survivor, standing for truth and justice, civility, dignity, and respect for all. Okay. That is who I am and what I stand for at the core of my existence. And so, if that is you, if you hold that view that every being deserves that, in this reality, no matter the differences, okay? If we're not out here in these streets being sorry, some bitches, we should be loved, supported, right? Appreciated, respected, just like anyone else of any culture, background, socioeconomic status, class, belief systems, you name it. Okay, I do not align with the idea of privileged, elite, elitism, privileged, certain religions or so forth. I don't hold that view that they're supposed to have some kind of special treatment. Okay. That's narcissism. That is the definition of narcissism. Okay. Be decent. I have a short video here on TikTok that says, don't be fucked up. I'm going to create another one that says, be a decent being. Okay. Because at the core, that's essentially it. We're all so different. We're different. We come from different cultures, different belief systems, backgrounds, different dispensations. We're just all different. And we need to get okay with that. Humans are fascinating. We need to get to a place of being able to be okay with someone being different, with someone having a different worldview, and even something that maybe we don't necessarily understand, because a lot of this stuff has to do with our programming. It has to do with, what we came here with. A lot has to do with that. And we all have the divine birthright to explore this without intrusion, to explore this if we're not, like I said, if we're not out here invading. Okay. In other words, crossing the boundaries of others, other people's free will, other people's rights, other people's health and well being, other people's space, other people's belongings. If we're not out here doing that, we have the right to explore. Okay. That's who I am. So if you're not already following, help me reach 10,000 followers. That's what you're going to be supporting, is someone who hold that at heart. Now, you're going to get a wide array of information here on Bloom Within Love. Okay. But just know that I don't need you to believe like me, and I don't believe like you, in order for us to be able to have some commonality. I have a tendency to have my feet in both worlds. So when people try to pigeonhole me in one arena or another, they'll get fucked up and their head will get twisted. Okay. I do not subscribe to anything man-made, in a sense of man-made organized religion. Every time you get humans involved with coming together and trying to control and dictate some shit, it's always a problem of brewing, just a little bit under the surface in the background, because that human ego, okay, that default setting, all of those things come into play. Humans have a tendency to need to control everything. And if they can't control it, then there's a problem with it. I ain't cool with that. Be decent. Yes, be decent. Mental health awareness, the title, as some of you all are coming in, we see mental health. I believe that's what I put. Mental health awareness. Ah, The stigmas that come with that needs to be dealt with and done away with. Okay. Um, and there are so many factors that's affecting mental health. And a lot of us, myself included, a lot of us come from cultures and backgrounds where, well, yeah, that's kind of not dealt with. You kind of had to be kind of physically altered or something to that effect for us as a culture, from my personal experience, from what I come from, to take notice of it. Okay. But there's so much more. Okay. I saw a young lady here. I think I reposted her video. I saw a young lady here on TikTok. She said, Christians are so quick and able to identify demons and devils in people and in everything and in everybody. They're so apt at identifying something demonic, something evil. Okay. That's what the young lady said on her little short. Okay. She said Christians are so easy, quick to identify demons and devils. Okay. Demons and devils, something that's demonic, something that's evil, something that's wrong with people. Okay. And society and the world outside of themselves, by the way. But, they're so apt at that, she said. She said, but these are the same people that can't identify the family predator. They're apt at seeing you, that's of the devil, and this is demonic, and this is this, and that's, demon spirits. And, they're so able and apt at that. But why is it? Her point was, how come for such, how come with all of that discernment, with all of that being able to identify and classify something as demonic and of the devil, how come they can't figure out who the goddamn, how come they can't figure out and discern who the family predator is? Why am I tying this into the mental health awareness discussion? Because, see, all of this stuff plays a role in what has created mental health issues and needles. Okay. Many of us, okay, I can speak of my own experience, of course, in culture and background. Many of us come from, these backgrounds where there was a lot of toxicity there, and it was hidden and it was covered, and no one seemed to know or care. But on the flip, very religious and can discern and classify what's demonic. But the family predator or abuser or molester, nobody knows. Nobody can figure it out. The drunk, the absentee. We can't discern that. When someone is secretly behind a scene mistreating people within the family, we can't fucking discern that, but we can discern and classify, right? This is creating mental health, a lot of cognitive dissonance, all of these things that we're not even taught about, by the way, because we're just taught basic standard academia or a trade or, religion, and that's it. You go to school, you work, that's the extent of it. Then your religion, if you hold one, and however you're going to play with that. But the abuse, nobody can discern the abuse, but we can discern how much somebody is full of the devil. I said the other day on one of my lives, And it's kind of going along the line with this young woman. And she said this respectfully. She was just saying, why is this? She's really calling out bullshit. She was like, well, what's up with that? The other day on one of my lives, I said, I find humans fascinating. They have a lot to say and have a lot of problems with a lot of things. But these be people, like I said, again, no disrespect, they be drunks, they be addicts, they be, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff, but they can identify. I told y'all an experience that I had years ago in one of the places I worked. Humans making seems like, I don't fool with that, but they fool with every manner of evil and poison in existence. But they don't fool with that. Crystals or, you know what I'm saying? These kind of things, crystals, tarot, whatever, all this programming conditioning. But they show likes a nice little druggy drug, a little puffy puff. Eh? Talk to me. We call it, them herbs. That's of earth. Because see, y'all don't understand where I come from, what I grew up in. See, I'm just look like this. I have heard it. This is natural. No disrespect. 'Cause see, I ain't got no forms or none of it. But see, I'm calling bullshit though, you know. Oh yeah, this is of earth. Earthist. We listen to smoke these here herbs. This is earthed. It's natural. Okay, but crystals are of the devil. Huh? Talk to me. Hmm. I don't think I've seen crystals alter people's behavior to such an extent. Uh-huh. Hmm. Mental health awareness. Okay, like I said, these be people that drunks. They drink. Dranky drank. Oh, I don't fool with that. I don't play with that. Okay, but you are like killing your liver. You see? Do y'all see that? What am I doing? I'm calling out the hypocrisies, the conditionings, the programmings, the fucked upness. Ooh, that's evil. Okay, but being abusive isn't. See, this is where I'm going. And this is what I stand for. I am a voice. This is where I'm going. Humans. Oh, that's evil. Be okay, abusing some kids, some children. Huh? Huh? That ain't because it's managed to be hidden from the pastor and first lady and the fucking public. Mental health. I am advocating. You guys hear me come on here and I make jokes dedicated to trolls and cyber stalkers. They're in need of mental health review. They are in need of mental health review. It's disillusionment, especially for the ones that are doing it. and pretending like they're not doing it, especially for them. There are some that's doing it and they loud and proud, they still need help, but they're not trying to portray themselves to be sound, healthy, well. They're not trying to portray themselves, what I'm saying, as somebody that's not doing it. And just in general, mental health awareness just is for all of us. If you've, like me and my son, survivors of narcissistic abuse, okay, then it's nothing wrong with, it's okay to need the help as a result of being abused by mental patients. Yeah, hear me and hear me good. Expanding our understanding of abuse, expanding our understanding of mental health and just wellness, well-being. It is fascinating the stuff I've learned over the last couple of years, few years, about how your health and well-being even affects your mental health. Like if man, they don't tell you none of this. Our trash diets, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. Our trash diets, okay? The the overflow of parasites and its effect that it can have on you at some point. Okay. And how this then affects your mental health. And then as a result, how you're showing up in the world, how you're doing relationships, your perceptions. They don't tell us none of this. How man-made things can affect it. You go into any arena or organization that's tearing you down, this is going to affect your mental health, making you feel like something's inherently wrong with you if you ain't whoopty whoop, but then it be biased and fucking, oh, y'all don't want to get me started with that. Why folks can't function in the world now properly. We just not told, you know, and old habits die hard. So now it's shit, old habits, old shit. It's fermented. Well, this is how it's always done. So what? Why is that being used as validity? Just because it's something that has always been doesn't mean it's good or beneficial. Maybe you're here to finally be the motherfucker to do away with the crazy shit in your family. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Exercise. To some of us, that is a four-letter word. And you know why let me tell you why? That ain't what we came from. That ain't what we came from. We came from you eat, you go to school, you go to drill team practice, you go to church. If you do that, we ain't taught none of that. None of it. Even though we went to school, now somebody gonna say, PE. What was PE really? That kind of just fizzed out. It was nothing, and then you get out of school. We're not taught really the fullness and awareness of the point of physical movement, I should say. Because we'll get into it later for our vain reasons, or if we're having a major, major health scare. But we're not taught the effects on what? What am I talking about right now? Mental health. And so if that's not there, then here comes depression, what we're classifying as depression. If, no movement, we're just sitting. And so now then here comes the addiction because, okay, trying to elicit these chemicals and these hormones. Okay, that's the body's way, that's the mind's way, that's of trying to compensate. Now here we come, right? We're all guilty of this. This ain't about shame and nothing. I'm just explaining how this whole little process unfolds. This is why people on SIGs keep it on real status. Okay. Stressing, stressing out, crazy jobs, crazy life environments, imbalanced diets. For some of us, because we don't have much option, because hell, let's keep it on 100. You can go buy some cheap shit. Eating really truly healthy is a little bit costly and time consuming. Even if it's not too costly, then it's time consuming, in which most of us don't have the time. Mental health. Okay. This need, due to trauma, us not even understanding what trauma is. Most of us don't understand what trauma is. I'm going to tell you the truth. Most of us think trauma has something to do with you've had to have gotten your ass beat, or like most people equate trauma to certain things. But we don't understand, the trauma and its effects on us, our mental health. And then and as a result, how we're showing up for ourselves, how we're showing up in the world, how we're doing relationships, how we're perceiving the world, of that, the decisions that we're making. So, what am I really saying here? Holistic approach to life, even dealing with mental health, becoming aware of it, being open to, just let's start there. Let's even, fuck it. Let's start there, man. Doing away, with all of this cultural pride and things that, is the stigmas. No. What's horrible is souls, beings, individuals out here in these streets just going about living life causing catastrophes because we don't want to get checked out. We don't want to address the fact that maybe it's me. Maybe I need some assistance here. Okay. We don't want to own that. That's what's a catastrophe. That's what's horrible. Not the fact that we need it. It's letting it go, like refusing to look at it, letting it go. Okay. But then yet and still, again, going out in these here streets, being cruel to people because we were abused back in 1970, being cruel to our own children because our parents were cruel to us. That's the problem. That's where we should feel some kind of way, not the fact that we can identify, maybe I need help. Maybe I need help. Why is that so bad? Why is it? See, I'm challenging everything and I'm going to continue to challenge everything. And I don't care how long something has been in existence. I'm going to challenge everything. Mental health awareness. The need to control, the need to have everything controlled. And then if we can't, then we got to put it compartmentalized in something. And then we got to make it our enemy. Then we got to attack it because it's mental illness. See, I'm not classifying see, I'm gonna have to say it over and over again. I'm not classifying mental illness on eccentricities or different worldviews. I'm talking about maladaptive behavior. I'm talking about malicious behavior. I'm talking about toxicity. I'm talking about things that are causing offness in one's own self and energy and being to such a degree that it's starting to manifest outwardly, even inwardly, but that it's starting to affect others in the name of whatever's going on upstairs in them scrope. Not on the basis of differences. Listen, there are mental health issues in any and every arena that you can name in this realm. Yes. The intellectualisms, they're not exempt. Just because they're intellectuals don't mean that they're not subject. Okay. It doesn't mean that they ain't got some shit as well. Okay. So anything ranging from the atheist to the Buddhist and anything and everything in between. So this has absolutely nothing. In some cases, now from what we end up gathering and seeing and experiencing, we can draw some conclusions and connections between, okay, this is some spiritual abuse, religious abuse, which is forms of mental illness, manifestations of it. Okay, because it's something to do with how a person is believing and perceiving that is giving them this mind or energy and attitude or mindset that they are entitled to be a dictator and they're entitled to determine what someone should and shouldn't have, deserve and don't deserve. That is a form of mental illness. That's a manifestation. But not everyone in these various arenas are necessarily because not everybody goes to those extents. There are some people that do still respect, human beings and their free will and their differences and treat them properly. And, there's some that they're not going there. This need to be special and chosen. Ain't nothing wrong with we all have an inherent desire to matter, right? Okay, on some level, no matter what. But this thing that we need it and we use it to try to like prop ourselves above others and we use it to give ourselves a free ticket to kind of be fucked up. That's mental illness. That's something wrong. That's undealt with trauma. No matter, and I've said this time and time again, and I'm gonna continue to say it probably until I'm not in this existence. And I'll probably say it in the next one and whatever else. Me being whatever it is that I think I am, hear me and hear me good, that I think I am. Whatever this is that I think I am, whatever specialness I think I am. Ooh, earth, angel, star, she, whoopty, 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 whoop. Whatever it is I think I am. That's not a free ticket for me to be a horrible human to other lives and to look down on them. Because I am Earth Angel 578 and you are just like that is ridiculous. Now, with all fairness, I may have learned this lesson due to several lifetimes, okay? In all fairness, this could have possibly happened. Once upon a time in a different life, I may have been not so nice in a lifetime or two, or who knows? I mean, I can't say that emphatically, I can just simply say that here and now, I have awareness and I understand that that's a crock of shit. No matter who it is that I think I am, for whatever reason, whether this be I think I'm spiritual or religious or I'm the top of all things created, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? We be doing some dumb shit. I come from the special growth. Ah, okay, great, that's fine. Slow clap. But that does not give me a free ticket to be a horrible human. To intrude on people because I think I'm important, bitch, or because I got the secrets of the universe in my posse. You know what I'm saying? Freemasonry, Eastern Seal, like whatever, motherfucker. Like that ain't all right. So I get to whoopty whoop, you know. No, I don't. In fact, I hold the view that the more special we think we are, the more decent we ought to be fucking behaving. The more decent and powerful and all these things. Oh, yeah, I'm chosen and called, chosen, picked, all the words. Whatever. All the more I should be showing up in this realm as more than decent. Because see, decency should be something in anybody. But since I want to put myself in a special category, then I should be showing up above average then. And not because I go buy a fancy outfit, put some shit on social media. My character, my heart, hear me? My soul, my heart. The energy that's driving this vessel, the energy that you're hearing come through this vessel should be showing up in this round above average if I'm so damn special. Certainly shouldn't be going about killing people. I certainly shouldn't be going about violating other people's energy. I certainly shouldn't be going about stealing from other people's businesses and platforms. And I certainly shouldn't be caught up in bullshit. I certainly, since I'm special, shouldn't be taking advantage of vulnerable communities or populations since I'm special. Certainly shouldn't be doing no weirdo magic on people because I feel entitled and I got a stick up my ass since I'm special. I certainly shouldn't be wishing people harm since I'm special. I certainly shouldn't be part of smear campaigns and cyber stalking groups since I'm special. See, I'm calling it out because all this fluffy shit humans have been doing, mental health. I shouldn't be trying to control people, needing people to bow down and worship me because I gave them some tater chips. And then going about the Americas or wherever I'm in the universe, making sure everybody know I gave them some tater chips, bitch. If I'm special. Yeah. I'm calling bullshit. Mental health awareness. Thinking that gaslighting and mental manipulation is a norm is to me is a form of mental illness in itself due to conditioning. Yep. The survival setting due to conditioning, but holding the notion or the attitude that it's normal to just gaslight the fuck out of your own people, your own family, your own peeps, your own, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something wrong with that. It's not wrong. It is not normal. Guess what? Because what have we discovered? The effects of long term exposure of gaslighting, which is a high form of manipulation. You see, we ain't educated about none of this, are we? Huh? But we definitely know how to determine who got a demon, don't we? Hmm. It actually has effects on your brain, literally. Hmm. Yet many cultures, such as the one I come from, think it's normal. It's just the way it is. Till someone decides I want nothing to do with it. There's a better way, and it ain't got nothing to do with externals and certain spiritual or religious bents, mental health, energetic, whatever you want to call it, getting in alignment, expanding, growing, challenging, health and wellness, holistic approach, wanting to do better and be better, wanting healthier connections. Nothing's perfect, no, but that's not an excuse to stay fucked up. If I hear now one more person, if I hear one more, Talking about ain't nobody perfect as an excuse to stay sorry fuck. We want to change the game. We got to change it then. You can't, it is cool sayings, bitch. I'm a wordsmith too. Got a lot of air in my chart. Love it. Sharp with it. Got it from my grandmother. But let me tell you, it's got to go beyond that. It's got to go beyond that. This has got to be applied in real time and in real life when we click off our electronic devices. We want to change the world, then we need to change ourselves. We need to challenge it. We need to challenge everything. It's okay to need mental health assistance, but it's not okay to stay fucked up and just hide behind, I was abused. So when does anything ever change if that's everyone's excuse? This is how it's always been. This is what I know. This is how it is. Then when does it change? When does it stop? When does it get better? It only gets better when someone decides to do the work so that it gets better and someone decides to truly break the cycles by doing the work, not doing the quotes. By doing the work, not just doing the post. By doing the work, not just the platform. By doing, by being, by applying. The young lady said on her video, Christians are good at identifying demons and devils in anything and everything and everybody, but they cannot identify the family predator. Our own hypocrisies and biases. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that, but we're trained smokers. Do drugs. Hell, we steal from people. Shit, some of us. Professional criminals. It's time to call bullshit bullshit. It's time for us to get real, yo.